From Vin Diesel inviting everyone but The Rock for the 10th movie, to Dwayne Johnson being perfect for Fast X, let's talk about why Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Vin Diesel absolutely hate each other. But before any of that, let's talk about the cast that's returning to the 10th installment, because that's kind of important for the rest of the story. Right, so as expected, the main cast of the franchise up till now will all be returning. Now, of course, this includes Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese Gibson, Chris "Ludacris" Bridges, Natalie Emanuel, and Jordana Brewster. However, there are some late additions to the family that will also be in the movie. You know, John Cena, Jason Statham, Sung Kang, Scott Eastwood, and Helen Mirren. Oh, and how could I forget? Charlize Theron's gonna be in the movie too. But that isn't nearly as exciting as the fact that this time, the villain will be played by Jason Momoa. He's going to be playing Dante Reyes, the son of Hernan Reyes, the corrupt Brazilian businessman whose money the team steals in the 5th installment of the franchise. Brie Larson's gonna be joining as well, playing Tess, a new ally to Dom. However, because she kinda looks like Brian, played by the late Paul Walker, a lot of folks speculate that she might play his sister in the movie. But you know who won't be in the movie? Gal Gadot. Or will she? Because apparently there's going to be a major cameo. And considering that Han returned in F9, maybe this time around we see his girlfriend, who was implied dead in the 6th movie, come back to the franchise? Or possibly she could be a part of the post-credits scene. You know, to set things up for Fast X Part 2. But this is where things kind of get tricky. Because you see, a lot of folks think that it's The Rock that's going to get a post-credits scene. Is he going to be in the last 2 movies? Well, he could. But the fact of the matter is, the pair hate working with each other. And here's why. We all know Vin's been with the franchise since 2001. He's been in every single movie, except for Tokyo Drift. Even there, though, the guy had a brief cameo. He quite literally is the franchise. But then, in 2011, something happened. Dwayne Johnson came along. The 6'5" charming former wrestler instantly became a fan favorite. Everyone freaking loved the guy. And well, Vin didn't appreciate that. And on the inside, the feud had been going on for a while. It's just, the public didn't know yet. But in 2016, Johnson posted something on Instagram where he called unspecified members of the Fast cast candy asses. He, of course, deleted it afterward. But you know how it is with the internet. Folks immediately started speculating that Diesel was the target of the post, and the two actors, full-grown men, would often publish posts on social media targeting each other. And then the feud got worse. So during the pre-production of Fast 9, Tyrese Gibson, who plays the absolutely hilarious Roman, blamed Johnson for delays in filming. Now in public, Diesel did defend Johnson, but it was too late and the damage had been done. Because you know what happened next? Johnson confirmed that he will not appear in the 9th installment of the franchise. That sucked, honestly. Cause without Luke Hobbs, who else was gonna flex their arm out of a cast? Or who else would use their bare hands to change the direction of a nuclear missile? The 9th movie did have another wrestler, John Cena, but it just wasn't enough. Cause you know, we couldn't see him. Okay, my apologies for that. But no, for real, he was great in the movie, but he just wasn't as charming as The Rock. Honestly though, things did get really bad, and there's no freaking way Dwayne and the rest of the cast could have worked together, because you know what Tyrese said? He congratulated Johnson and Hiram Garcia, one of the producers of Johnson's production company, for making the Fast and Furious franchise about him. And oh boy, if you think that's where he ended, you'd be wrong. Because of course, he didn't. He also wrote, #FastFamily, right? Nah, it's about #Team Dwayne. Guy didn't even say his name correctly. Later on, he criticized Baywatch, one of the movies Johnson was in. He stated that the movie bombed at the box office and was slaughtered by critics. Yikes. But hey, Dwayne's got hands too. So quite some time after this, when Johnson heard about how Vin was acting on the set, he criticized him quite a bit. You see, The Rock's kinda super professional, and he's not problematic at all. On the other hand, Vin got super sloppy with everything. He was consistently late to filming, causing lots of delays, and he even let himself go physically. But even then, Vin decided to fix the feud. He started affectionately calling Johnson Uncle Dwayne, because he did see how his absence was now hurting the franchise. And the thing is, this feud really needed to end, Because it's been hurting the Fast franchise. Like, okay, think about that one scene where Luke Hobbs and Dominic Toretto are supposedly having a face-to-face conversation, but according to the actors, there's no point in the shot where the two actually look at each other. This means that these scenes were shot separately. Toretto is walking toward Hobbs, but his eyes never move. This shows he's not even looking at the guy. But there's also another reason why this happened. Vin's 5'11". Not bad, right? Well, kinda bad when Dwayne's 6 inches taller. Now the thing is, Vin not only acts in the franchise, but he also produces it. In other words, he didn't want to seem super short in front of The Rock, so he had it filmed this way. But this is nothing compared to how badly their feud hurt the 8th installment. So here's the thing. While these two were two of the most important characters in the film, the fact is that they didn't film a single scene together because of their feud. Every time you see the two together, that was all achieved in post-filming editing. But here's the thing, that's not all that happened. You see, Vin used his position as a producer to cut a super important Luke Hobbs scene from the ending of the movie. In that scene, Hobbs would have reunited with his rival, Deckard Shaw. The thing is, if he doesn't like a scene, he does have the right to get it cut, right? Well, yeah, but with test audiences, that scene did super well. So we missed something kind of cool just because of their feud, and just like that, the 9th movie was ruined too. You see, Johnson's Hobbs and Shaw was awesome, and it also managed to make a ton of cash. But the film was nothing compared to what the 9th movie could have been had Johnson played his iconic Hobbs. And now the 10th movie is going to be ruined too. So many new folks, yet we might not see one of the best characters that we've ever seen. Like honestly, Jason Momoa's the villain. Is there anyone else who's big and strong enough to give him a tough time in hand-to-hand combat? Nah man, it's The Rock. This is exactly why The Rock is coming back. Yep, the two men have sat down, talked it out, and fixed everything. And while everyone's happy as heck at this wonderful news, there's some bad news too. You see, he's returning, but not for Fast X. So Vin Diesel revealed that there's going to be a Fast and Furious 12 as well. Fast X was supposed to be the last movie, but then it got a part 2, and now it's revealed that it's getting a third part as well. According to the Wrap, Dwayne Johnson's Fast and Furious return is official, but he still won't be in the upcoming movie. He's just going to get a small post-credits scene. But hey, that's the perfect way to set him up for the next 2 films. Look, it's not sure whether the beef between the two has been cleared out or not. But as I just mentioned, the franchise was hurting without the guy, and he needs to be brought back, which this movie's gonna be perfect for. Because here's the thing, folks. Fast X follows up on the 5th installment. That's when Luke Hobbs was introduced to fans. And the thing is, while Dom did screw over Dante's, Jason Momoa's character, father, let's not forget that Luke Hobbs was there too. He was also chasing after the guy. So the upcoming movie is perfect to bring him back, because Dante's entire beef with Dom's family is revenge. So the DSS agent needs to be there too, since Dante's gonna want to mess with him too. Now, when you consider that Jason Statham's gonna be in the movie as well, not only would this be the perfect setup for Johnson's character to return, but it would also be the perfect Hobbs and Shaw 2 setup. Because really, the truth is, we can't get enough of these films now, can we? So, from the fact that Dwayne Johnson would have quite been perfect for Fast X, to how Vin Diesel invited everyone except The Rock for the 10th movie, this was everything on why Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Vin Diesel absolutely hate each other.